Feature scope applies when you have a multi-body part or if you're in an assembly and you want your features to apply to a certain number of the individual bodies or the individual parts you're working with. So in this case, we're looking at a multi-body part, and I'm going to go ahead and create a sketch on this top piece here. So create a sketch, just use a regular circle, and go ahead and create a feature and extrude cut it through. Now, my option here is blind, and I'm going to click on through all. And if I do a through all cut, notice it's going to cut through all those parts. If you look down here at the bottom, you see feature scope, and it says selected bodies, and it's automatically selecting them all. I can choose all bodies and just make sure I'm going to cut through every one of them. So there's my first cut. But if I go back again to that feature and I click on selected bodies, if I click on auto select, it's automatically just going to pick which ones I want to cut through, and it's going to do the exact same thing. But I can choose and narrow that feature scope down by selecting or deselecting each individual body. So if I just hit delete, I can delete those bodies out. And if I just want to cut a hole through that one, for instance, click on OK. And that cut only applies to this body here. If I was doing a cut inside of an assembly, it would work exactly the same way. I would define which features that cut would apply to, select that body, and move from there. So that's the basics for feature scope. Again, it can get much more complicated than that, but in a nutshell, it's basically just choosing which items you'd like something to apply to.